Assalamu alaikum students. Our today's topic is Respiration in Organisms Part 7 Class 7th. In the last session we read about bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. And we came to know that alveoli provide a surface, the surface where the exchange of gases take place. Actually, the exchange of gases take place in alveoli between blood and the lungs and all other parts like nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles. They act only as conducting parts. They conduct the air from the nostrils to the lungs, and the actual exchange of gases take place at alveoli. So today we will discuss about inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is breathing in air. When we breathe in air, that's called as inhalation. Shahnun, that's called as inhalation. And when we breathe it out, that's called as exhalation. That's called as exhalation. And what happens during inhalation? As I have already told you that our lungs, they are covered by a protective layer of bones called as ribs. I will show you that on the diagram which is present in your textbook on page number 130. These bones, they protect the lungs from some external damage. They give a protective covering to the lungs. This is called as ribs. They are also present on this side. I will show you in this next figure. This is called as a rib cage. Rib is just like a cage, rib cage. Under these ribs, the two lungs are present, and this is the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped. It is a dome-shaped structure which separates abdominal cavity from the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity, which is between head and the diaphragm. This is called as thoracic cavity. You know that the lungs are present in thoracic cavity. When we inhale air, ribs, if you will put hand on your chest, you will see that during inhalation these ribs move up. They move up and outwards. तो निशा अंदर तो बाशु तय ये सीन नेबर कुन ये होता है जब इनहेल करते हैं हम एयर, ये बाहर निकलता है, थोड़ा सा ऊपर आता है और बाहर निकलता है. ये क्यों होता है? और जो डायफ्राम है, इसको क्या होता है डायफ्राम को? इट मूव्स डाउन. ये यहाँ पे आ जाता है. अगर ये यहाँ था इसकी पोजीशन, ये नीचे आ जाएगा इधर. Why is it so? Because they give the space to the lungs. When the lungs get filled with air, they expand, and for expansion they need space. This diaphragm, the diaphragm provides space to these lungs. It moves downwards. जैसे इस बैलून को हम फूंक भरते हैं तो वो फूल जाता है, एक्सपैंड होता है. ये ऐसे ही सेम द केस विद द लंग्स, से एक्सपैंड हो जाते हैं, ये नीचे आ जाता है. एंड उससे क्या होता है? एयर रश, जब स्पेस बन गई तो एयर रश इनटू द. अब जूनी एक्सहेलेशन, जब एक्सहेल करते हैं तो रिब्स को क्या होता है? रिब्स मूव डाउन एंड इनवर्ड, से फिर से अंदर चले जाते हैं. और ये जो डायफ्राम है, एंड दिस डायफ्राम इट गोज बैक टू इट्स फॉर्मर पोजीशन. ये अपनी फॉर्मर पोजीशन पे वापस आ जाता है. दिस रिड्यूस दिस साइज ऑफ द चेस्ट कैविटी. अब ड्यूरिंग इनहेलेशन जो चेस्ट कैविटी का साइज है दैट इंक्रीज, एंड इनहेलेशन एंड एक्सहेलेशन में ये क्या होता है? रिड्यूसेस. हम बोल सकते हैं ड्यूरिंग इनहेलेशन size of chest cavity increases. क्यों इंक्रीज होता है? टू accommodate the air. And during exhalation ribs move downwards and inwards, diaphragm moves out to forward position. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Size of chest cavity reduces, ये कम हो जाती है. अब द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट अब ये बनता है, डू वी इनहेल ओनली ऑक्सीजन एंड एक्सहेल कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड? क्या जब हम इनहेल करते हैं हम सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन इनहेल करते हैं? नहीं, हम इनहेल, it should be kept in mind, we inhale air. We don't inhale only oxygen, we inhale air. And air, the composition of air, you all know, contains 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 0.03 to 0.04% carbon dioxide. We inhale all these gases, and some traces of gases are also present there. But our cells, they selectively, at alveoli, they selectively take oxygen, because hemoglobin, which is present in our blood, has a strong affinity with the oxygen. It selectively takes oxygen, and during exhalation it selectively, and it gives some gases back. Say, for example, I will show you. When we inhale oxygen, oxygen is 21%. Oxygen is 21%. Some portion of it is used by body. And the portion which is not used by it is exhaled out. The exhaled out oxygen is about 16.4%. And carbon dioxide we inhale, it's 0.03 to 0.04%. But when the carbon dioxide is exhaled, it's exhaled up to 4.4%. Now, where from these extra carbon dioxide came? As I have already told you, that carbon dioxide comes from the respiration. And what is respiration? Is the oxidation of food. And during oxidation of food, carbon dioxide is released in our blood, and the blood takes it back to the lungs, and then at alveoli they exchange it, and the carbon dioxide which is exhaled is about 4.4%. It's exhaled out from our body. I will show you one of the models or mechanisms of breathing. When we breathe air, what happens to our lungs? If you will take out your book, you will see it on page number 132. It is shown here. Say, for example, these are two balloons. This is a model of our lungs. When the air is inhaled, they expand, and they expand like this. And when it's exhaled, they contract like this. They came to the contracted position. They come to contracted position.